There is a silent prison most people live in: no walls, no chains, no locked doors. Yet they wake up trapped every single day. Trapped by what people think. Trapped by what might happen. Trapped by things that already happened. Trapped by outcomes they cannot control. You check your phone, and your mood changes. You hear a rumor, and your peace disappears. Someone ignores you, and your confidence shakes. The economy shifts, and your anxiety rises. And without realizing it, you have handed your emotional freedom to forces outside your control. That is slavery, not physical slavery, mental slavery, and the most dangerous part. It feels normal. 2,000 years ago, a Roman emperor ruled the most powerful empire on earth. Armies moved at his command. Nations bowed before him, yet even he struggled with anxiety, betrayal, chaos, and uncertainty. His name was Marcus Aurelius. And he wrote something that could free you today. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This video is about reclaiming that strength. It is about detaching from what you cannot control, so you can finally reclaim your peace, your focus, your energy, your life. By the end of this video, you will understand why most people stay emotionally weak, why control is an illusion, and how Stoic philosophy gives you back your freedom. This is not about becoming cold. This is not about suppressing emotion. This is about becoming unshakable. Let's begin. The problem: modern chaos and emotional weakness. We live in the most connected time in human history. And yet, the most anxious. Social media tells you how you should look. News tells you what to fear. Friends tell you what you're not doing right. Algorithms decide what you see. Markets decide what you earn. People decide how they treat you. And slowly, you begin reacting instead of living. Your mood depends on likes. Your confidence depends on approval. Your peace depends on outcomes. You try to control everything. The future, other people, reputation, results. But the more you try to control the uncontrollable, the more powerless you feel. That is the paradox. And this is exactly what the Stoics warned about. Let's break it down into powerful rules. Rule 1. Understand the dichotomy of control. The foundation of Stoicism begins with a simple truth. Some things are up to you. Some things are not. That's it. This idea was taught by Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the greatest Stoic teachers in history. He said, "Some things are in our control and others not." Deep explanation. Your thoughts, your actions, your reactions, your choices, these are yours. But outcomes, other people's opinions, the weather, the past, the economy, not yours. Modern example. You prepare for a job interview. You practice. You dress well. You speak confidently. But the company chooses someone else. Most people suffer because they tried to control the outcome. A Stoic focuses only on preparation, not selection. Psychological insight. Anxiety is often a signal that you are trying to control something outside your influence. The brain wants certainty, but life is uncertain. When you accept uncertainty, stress decreases. Practical daily exercise. Every morning, write 2 columns. Column 1, in my control. Column 2, not in my control. List your current worries. Then physically move the second column away from you. Practice letting go. On paper. Freedom begins with clarity. Rule 2. Stop personalizing everything. Most suffering is self-created. Someone doesn't text back. You assume rejection. Someone looks serious. You assume dislike. But often, it has nothing to do with you. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Deep explanation. Other people act based on their beliefs, pain, trauma, fears. Not you. Modern example. Your boss criticizes your work harshly. You take it personally. But maybe your boss is under pressure from above. Maybe they are insecure. Maybe they are projecting. Psychological insight. The human brain has a bias called personalization distortion, assuming everything relates to us. It drains emotional energy. Practical daily exercise. When triggered, ask, what else could this mean? Force your brain to generate 3 neutral explanations. You weaken ego-driven reactions. Not everything is about you. And that is freeing. Rule 3. Accept that people will misunderstand you. Seneca, the Roman Stoic, wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." You want everyone to understand you. But they won't. You want everyone to see your heart. They won't. Deep explanation. Reputation is outside your control. Character is not modern example. You post something thoughtful online. Someone twists it, criticizes you publicly. You feel the urge to defend yourself. But endless explanation only feeds chaos. Psychological insight. Trying to control perception creates emotional dependency. True power is silent confidence. Practical exercise. For 1 week, resist defending yourself unless absolutely necessary. Let silence protect you. Observe how much peace you gain. You don't need universal approval to live well. Rule 4. Release the need for immediate results. We are addicted to instant outcomes. Instant likes, instant money, instant validation. But nature works slowly. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private reflections, later known as meditations, that progress is steady, not dramatic. Deep explanation. When you focus only on results, you detach from process. When you focus on process, results follow naturally. Modern example. You start going to the gym. After 2 weeks, no visible change. You want to quit, but muscles grow in silence before they show. Psychological insight. Delayed gratification builds mental resilience. The brain rewires through repetition, not emotion. Practical exercise. Choose one long-term goal. Commit to 30 days without measuring visible results. Track effort, not outcome. You will feel control returning. Rule 5. Stop trying to control the future. The future does not exist. It is imagination. Epictetus taught that fear comes from attaching to what may happen. Modern example. You lie awake thinking, what if I fail? What if they leave? What if I lose money? But none of it is happening now. Psychological insight. The mind simulates threats to protect you. But constant simulation becomes chronic anxiety. Practical exercise. When anxious about the future, ask, what is happening right now? Focus on sensory reality. Ground yourself in the present. Freedom lives in the present moment. Rule 6. Let go of emotional revenge. Revenge feels powerful, but it binds you to the person who hurt you. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Deep explanation. Hatred is emotional attachment. Indifference is freedom. Modern example. Someone betrays you. You replay it daily. They move on. You remain trapped. Psychological insight. Rumination strengthens neural pathways of anger. Letting go weakens them. Practical exercise. Visualize the person shrinking in your mind. Imagine cutting an invisible cord between you. Repeat daily for 7 days. You reclaim mental space. Mid-video retention reminder. If this is resonating with you, if you are beginning to feel that quiet strength building inside. Stay with me because the final rule ties everything together, and it may change how you see control forever. And if this message is helping you reclaim your freedom, consider subscribing. This channel exists to build unshakable minds. Now, let's finish strong. Rule 7. Focus entirely on your inner character. At the core of Stoicism is one truth: your character is the only thing you fully own. Everything else can be taken: money, status, reputation, relationships, but your integrity, that is yours. Marcus Aurelius wrote reminders to himself daily, not to control Rome, but to control his mind. Deep explanation. When your focus shifts inward, chaos loses power. You measure yourself by virtue, not validation. Modern example: you lose a business deal. Instead of asking, "Why me?" you ask, "Did I act with discipline, courage, honesty?" If yes, you win internally. Psychological insight. Self-respect built on values is stable. Self-worth built on outcomes is fragile. Practical daily exercise. Every night ask, "Did I act with integrity today? Did I react with control? Did I focus on what I can influence?" Answer honestly. This builds internal sovereignty, and sovereignty is freedom. Powerful conclusion. Detachment is not coldness. It is clarity. It is knowing where your power begins and where it ends. You cannot control people. You cannot control outcomes. You cannot control the past. You cannot control the future. But you can control your response. And that is enough. When you stop fighting what you cannot control, you stop bleeding energy. You stop chasing approval. You stop fearing uncertainty. And something powerful happens. You become steady, calm, unshakable, free. The world may remain chaotic, but you will not, and that is the ultimate reclaiming of freedom. If this message strengthened you, subscribe to this channel. Because here, we don't chase noise. We build inner power. Stay disciplined, stay calm, and remember, your mind is your empire.